Ooh man, I love some Miracle Blade. Never fails to put me in a fucking good mood. I wonder, will we actually play Gabriel Knight Beast Within today? I wonder. That's a good friggin' question, sir. That's a good friggin' question. Hello, Jeff. All right. Let's do a little warm up. I need to warm up. I need my fingers to be. Why isn't the chat working at all? Not even the one on screen. What's happening? I mean, imagine having two chat on screen and not one is working. Nice. Okay. Guess I'm not, I'm not gonna bother checking what's actually happening. I don't know. Let's pretend that everything is fine as usual. Okay, whatever. Let's warm up. Let's warm up. I actually wanted to warm up with something else. So I didn't mean to play Pharaoh's Curse. Oh, hello, Antonio. Oh, okay, now the chat works. But it's not working on the screen. Okay, now it's working. Why didn't Jeff message appear? Okay, that's strange. Okay. All right. So let's actually put on screen something. That helps. There it is. So I actually meant to play Lady Tot. Not Pharaoh's Curse, but okay. Whatever. I mean, it's a warm up. Who cares? I haven't played this in ages. Also, the joysticks aren't working, so that's good. Everything is always fine here at the temple. Yeah, nothing is set up correctly, and that's good. Let's see if it works. What was he not registering? Press fire to be. Yes, I would like that. Okay, no, now it's working. Okay. Okay, so this is from this is a 1983 Synapse Software game, and might remind you of Montezuma's Revenge. Classic single screen arcade gameplay. Whee! I like the mummy. The mummy is looks like a monkey rather than a monkey. Okay, that was great timing. Okay, that was stupid. Okay. Got the key. Is this a door? No. The Monkey Island music does not really fit, but I mean it's good music. Who wants to complain? Okay, so each idol gives you a life. I guess. Oh. Wait, I'm back here? How did that happen? Okay, the Egyptian guy was killed by that thing. That's interesting. So okay. So I guess we're not. The key is back too. What the fuck? Okay, I guess we go down. Nice. Wait, how does that work? There's two exits, and they both lead to a single exit room. So that's good. Okay, sure, whatever. Oh. What? What? How did that happen? How did I get back to the title screen? Wait, sorry, it's my WhatsApp. It's singing. Shut up. Okay, so it's still the same game. So I didn't get a game over. It's still the same game. No. Is he bringing me back to the title screen? Yes, he is. Please, come on. Oh, okay, no, not really. Almost. Okay, I'm gonna get back the key, even though I don't know what's it for. I like this kind of load runner. I would say, maybe, I don't know if I could call it a load runner clone. It's like a load runner / Montezuma's Revenge kind of thing. Even though I don't think Montezuma's Revenge had been released yet. But I might be wrong. Is that a sarcophagus? Can I get the key to open the sarcophagus? Let's open the sarcophagus. How are we doing it? Okay, let's open the... No. Jump. No, don't do that. Jump. Cannot jump. I have to go down. Imagine a game today having a screen that is just a title screen, and you go back to it again and again. That's a very 1983 thing, and 1982 as well, probably. Oh, the Zorkan, hello. I'm not gonna say it this time. I'm not gonna say it. Is this Atari? No. This is a 1983 Commodore 64 game. Look at him. Look how... Why is he shiny? I don't know. But yeah, it's a Commodore 64 1983 game by Synapse Software. And yeah, the title is on screen, so I think you might get how it's called. I also didn't want to play this. I wanted to play Lady Tut. Yeah, I got confused, but okay, that's fine. In case the player forgets, yeah, yes. Also, yes. In case the player forgets, you're transported back to the title screen again and again. This is the 4th time that I've been brought back to the title screen. Also, I think if I leave him, I mean, this is not a game over. This is a level. If I leave him, I thought I saw him move. Yes, he moves on his own. What? Wait, what? I don't. I'm not doing it. I'm not touching anything. What the fuck is happening? He's going for a stroll. He's so bored that the game is playing himself. Consistent for AI. AI. Yes. It works pretty well too. I mean, look at him. He's invincible. Now what? Now what are you gonna do, huh? You cannot jump your way out of it. No. Oh, he's gonna die. Wait. No. No, he's gonna die. He's gonna die. He's gonna die. I'm gonna take back control. Taking back control. Oh fuck! I died. Yeah, it's one of those, as I was saying, Load Runner-esque, Load Runner clones. Probably. Is he shooting Egyptians? Yes! Also, ancient Egyptian people, as you can see from the movement. So he's gone back in time to kill everyone in ancient Egypt. British Museum, yes! If the British Museum could do it, they would take a time machine and go back to ancient Egypt and kill everyone just to sell a few tickets. Also, the British Museum doesn't even sell tickets. I think it's free, right? So not even that. It's not even selling tickets. Okay, so I went right. And there's the sarcophagus. So let's go left. Okay, yes. This is where I was last time. So I think we need to... No. So you need to be perfect with the timing. This is kind of hard. I mean, no, so, I mean, it's 1983, so yeah, what a shock, right? But yeah, it is kind of hard. Okay, let me try one more time. How are we doing? Okay, just... Oops, got distracted, of course. Just 5 more minutes, and then we'll move over to Gabriel Knight, since last stream I couldn't really play it. I got... So the mummies shoot. Okay. I couldn't really play it because there was basically no one, so... I was... Okay, that's a game over. I was just streaming for myself, so I just continue playing Sims, and I lost track of time, and yeah. That was not a good stream, let's leave it at that. Yes, press 5 to begin, yes. Level 1, so there's also multiple levels. Okay. I'm gonna say there are no multiple levels. You just replay this again with higher difficulty, but call it a hunch. Call it a hunch. A hunchback. So I had this on a weird cassette that was pretending to be an original game, but it clearly wasn't. I don't know why it was wasting my time pretending to be original. It had a kind of photocopy cover art, like a black and white cover art. Oof. Again, not the worst cover art I've seen, but still clearly pirated, so I don't know why I even bother to do that. I don't even know where it came from. I don't... I mean, one day it just showed up in my house. One day I was the owner of a copy of Pharaoh's Curse. Okay, let me try again the timing. I don't know the timing, so I'm gonna screw it up. I mean, it's kind of hard to guess. Let's do it right. No! He moved on his own again. You mother. Why? Why this choice of making him move on his own? Why? I mean, I know that Sonic, you know, gets bored, like gets restless. This guy gets like, you know, full-on AI and goes on. You know what? I'm gonna finish the game by myself. I don't need. I'm a strong, independent video game character who needs no player. So whatever you do, you're gonna get back to the title screen. That's the curse. I think that's there's no Pharaoh involved. I think that it's the title screen curse. They should have picked a different title for this. Okay, I'll try one more time the timing one, and then we'll move on. No, 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 no. No, no. Motherfucker. I like the sandworms too. Okay. So I have to touch the keyboard or the joystick, or otherwise he will do it. Let's do it. Come on, no, 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 that's not, that's, fuck. Okay, whatever, alright. That's it. That's it for Pharaoh's course. Curse, not the curse, the curse. The curse. Okay. It's time for, finally, time for some Gabriel and some Knight. Let me remove the warm-up. Let's update the title. Okay. Normally stream. Yep. It's Gabriel nighttime. Sierra Games. Sierra Online. Okay, whatever. Normal games. Okay. Ready. Let's stop Curse of Monkey Island and let's dive in. So I think I'm at chapter 4. I think. Which is okay. That was strange. Can we get it in a window, please? Why is it running a full screen? Okay, thanks. Okay. Window. There it is. Okay. Wait. What? Where are the saves? Huh? Is that not the one I was running? What? Was I? Wait. I think I was running in ScumBM. So not that one. Okay. Why do I have two? I think that was the whole mess with the subtitles that weren't working. That took a long time to get them working. Perfect. Okay. Chapter 4. There we go. So right at the beginning of chapter 4. So what happened last time? So we met the Commissar with Gabriel Knight, and we got into the club with the whole, you know, like homoerotic vibes, and we sent Gracie a letter asking her to check out some of the castles in the vicinity of Gabriel's Knight mansion, I think. So first thing first, I think we have to go check out the mail. Let's go see the letter.
I wonder what Gerda's up to.
She's always up to something. Those German women.
I don't have time to sit around. Too much to do.
Those German women are always up to something. Okay, I guess we should go to the post office.
Gerda's being a real pig about those car keys.
I never heard someone being called a pig for car keys. But okay. Usually pig is for, you know, like sexual harassment. I don't know what pig has to do with car keys. Because you're hogging the car keys? I don't know. Entschuldigen Sie bitte.
Guten Tag.
Du,
Grüß Gott, Frau Nakamura.
you
Ich habe
have...
etwas für Sie.
Yes, she has etwas.
Oh, it's from Gabriel.
Ja, das ist vom Schattenjäger. Ja.
No, I think you... Gabriel is a working partner and...
What?
Never mind. Danke.
Bitte. Brauchen Sie noch etwas?
But why do we...
Danke.
Bitte.
Grace, why do you care what she thinks? Also, she just says he's the Schattenjäger. He is the Schattenjäger, I think. She didn't say your lover, so why are you so upset? I don't know. I guess that was in the script.
Gracie, you decided to come over. That's great. Good and tag and all that.
Didn't take
I'm
no
sure
that.
you and Gertie are hitting it off. Thanks for finding the werewolf book. I'm not sure what it all means, but it might be useful. About Ludwig II, you know, I think you might have something there. Ubergrau says there are 2 places you should check out. Ludwig had a castle called New Swan something, and there's a museum about him here in chemistry. Something like that.
Where?
I really think you should spend some time looking into it. Don't worry. Things are going very smoothly this time around. I've tracked a suspect.
Yes, I already found myself a German lover.
He seems okay, but I'm sure there's something going on with at least one of the others. Don't worry, though. I met a police detective named Lieber, so I have backup. I'll be finished
Criminal
soon.
Kommissar
Sit
Lieber.
tight and enjoy your visit till I get there. Gabriel.
What does he think? I'm on vacation here? And no address. Thank you very much, Mr. Knight.
Okay, let's go say hi to our friend in the... Oh, there's the 2 mediums, which I read are based on real life people on which case was it? I don't remember.
Hello there, dear.
I like the
Hi,
beehive.
I'm Grace
though.
Nakamura from the castle. Am I interrupting?
Heavens, no.
Have a seat, Miss Nakamura.
Well, I might. For a moment.
Isn't this nice? We just finished our breakfast. Do you want something?
No, thanks.
Our breakfast with just
You,
coffee.
I can never turn down food myself. Now you just tell us all about it, Sugar Pie.
They look right out of Harvester, though. I don't know.
You mentioned the other night that you were a demonologist. What is that exactly?
Well, it's not as bad as it sounds, honey.
It's
what
even
Emma and I
worse.
really do is to help protect people.
Protect them from what?
Well, do you believe in the devil, Miss Nakamura?
I believe in good and evil, if that helps.
Oh, but Satan and his demons are real. And they will
they are a
attack the
parody of the
living, and most
demonologist who
folks
investigated
don't
the
know what to do
Amityville
once they've
horror
been
case.
attacked.
Okay.
We try to
Also the
help protect
Conjuring case.
people.
So.
How can you protect
If
people from demons?
anyone has seen the
Best
Conjuring,
protection is faith in God, of course. But sometimes faith isn't enough. Sometimes we have to delve into the supernatural in order to protect others. Your Schottenjoggers are just the same.
Schottenjoggers.
We are? I mean, he is?
Of course. The warriors of light are rare these days, but they do exist all around the globe.
That's interesting. I just read about a group called Manos del Sol in Brazil. So the Ritters aren't the only Schattenjägers.
Well, they're probably
Each country
the
has
only
its
ones
own
to use that
Schattenjägers.
title.
They're like the secret
Others
police.
have been chosen for the battle.
Do you know anything about King Ludwig II?
Sure, we saw his castles, didn't we, Mother?
We sure did. Why do you ask?
Well, I found a letter in the Schottenjäger library warning Ludwig about the Black Wolf.
Who wrote the letter?
One of Gabriel's ancestors, a Schottenjäger.
Seems like whoever was using me as a megaphone helped you find that letter. Perhaps you should follow the path something's pointing at. Look into Ludwig.
We sure
I
will,
intend
sugar
to.
pie.
The other night you said something about the Black Wolf. What did you mean? Where did you hear that name?
I wasn't the one talking.
I don't understand.
Well, that's quite all right. The point is, it would be a very good idea to answer those questions, and we must work together to do so. Of course I'll help you, Pumpkin. I'd like to know myself, wouldn't I? It isn't every day one's taken over by a disembodied spirit, and
It
I
isn't?
don't much care for
I
it,
would
thank
I
you.
would think
You're
that
not
that's
talking
an
about a
everyday
seance,
occurrence.
are you?
Oh, heavens, no.
Thank God.
Emma's right. I'm much better at tarot cards.
Ooh,
I can
the
read for
classic
you
tarot
or for
cards.
someone else if you prefer.
What do you want to know about love, the future?
Are you sure you don't know anything about the Black Wolf?
I never did, dear. I told you. Really, you mustn't confuse the vessel with the voice. All I remember was seeing a very bright flash like lightning. Next thing I knew, Em'll have me outside. Whatever it was very powerful. Very powerful.
And I mean, very powerful. Okay,
Well,
let's
I guess
do
it wouldn't hurt to do my tarot reading.
Don't you worry now. I know what I'm doing. Push your vital energies into the cards.
That's not really how you do a tarot reading. I know how to do tarot reading, so that's not how you do it.
Is your soul card.
That's definitely not how you
Which
do
applies to all of your lifetimes. It's the Empress. Oh, that's a good one.
What's it mean?
It means that your soul's journey is one of leadership. There's great strength here and intelligence. This card represents what you're like in this lifetime. It's the Chariot. Self-discipline, control. You need to feel you have a plan, that you're testing your abilities. The Chariot's very masculine. In combination with the Empress, it tells me that you're currently exploring your male side. You will seek out great achievement, but it
In
does
what
have
sense?
its price.
What sense
Doesn't
is she
sound
exploring
anything
your
like me.
Yes, dear. The third card represents the other. You've pulled the Magician.
No, she hasn't pulled
Who is he,
anything. You're the
dear?
one pulling the cards.
Excuse me?
Your other, the Magician. Oh, this is a very powerful card. Major Arcana.
My
Arcana.
other?
Everyone has an other. Let's see. I bet it's the Schottenjäger. What's his name?
The Schottenjäger? Gabriel Knight.
A name of power. He is powerful, this one. The Magician
very
is
masculine.
dexterous, cunning, mischievous, and
Mysterious.
manipulative.
That's Gabriel, all right.
And very strong with magical and occult powers. Now, this
Is
is
it?
interesting because your card, the Chariot, is all logic and reasoning, while his, the Magician, is spiritual and intuitive.
You're like Lauren
You two are
Hardy.
quite a pair. The fourth card shows what you're trying to achieve at this moment, your immediate destiny. It's the Strength or Lust card.
Lost.
Lust.
I've never heard it called lost.
Not that kind of lust, dear. It's a trial card, finding the strength to continue some difficult journey. It also represents the integration of conflicting energies. That must be your Chariot and his Magician energies. Strength also means bonding those energies, loving without judgment, learning to love the beast.
Oh, so bestiality, basically.
What is this trial, dear? Do you know?
Well, Gabriel and I are involved with a case right now.
It will be a hard time.
A
You
long
must let
time
your
too.
love
I mean,
give
we
you
have like
power.
7 CDs.
Use the positive
6,
energy of your
7.
union, or you may not succeed.
I think you have the wrong idea. Gabriel and I just work together.
Come on,
Yes.
Grace.
But if I might just suggest, when you're facing negative forces, the positive energy of love is a very vital weapon. You make yourself vulnerable when you resist your own tools.
Wow, that's been helpful.
That was it.
I hope so, dear.
So it's a 5-card reading. Never heard of it. That's a very strange reading, but okay.
Maybe we should do a reading for Gabriel.
Oh, let's! It's a little like spying on someone unawares, but what the heck?
It's fun. It's good, clean fun.
Reach out to the cards
Wait, she hasn't even.
and to think about his essence.
Okay.
His soul card is the Magician. Yes, dear. It reflects your other exactly.
Well, maybe, but I'd rather hold out for David Copperfield.
Ho ho!
And his lifetime card.
You earned it, Grace.
Oh, goodness. The Lovers.
You mean the sole purpose of his life is in his pants? Doesn't surprise me.
It's not what you think, dear. It's a duality card. As a lifetime card, it refers to Gabriel's
Those
own
cinema,
duality.
they are quality,
Good
right?
versus evil, physical pleasure versus spiritual growth, that kind of thing.
I mean, I also
His
discovered
challenge
that in Germany the game is sold with a sticker saying
Until he does,
was
he'll
sold
never
rather
find peace.
with a sticker saying it was all shot in Germany.
You will find peace
Of course it
when
wasn't.
you
It wasn't shot in
acknowledge
Germany. It's all
of
blue
him.
screen or green screen,
Find a
whatever.
way to
But
love
yeah,
the worst
nobody
as you
went to
already
Germany
love the
except
best.
take
You're
the
really
pictures.
reaching.
So the actors never went anywhere. So.
His
But that's
other
fine.
is the High Priestess.
Let me guess. That's me, right?
No, dear, it's not.
Uh-oh.
The High Priestess represents psychic mysteries, deep wisdom. This is a very different energy from your earthy one. This must be our connection. To the voice, dear! Someone is trying to communicate with Gabriel. This force is represented by the High Priestess.
That's not much help. What about the Black Wolf?
But it is a help, dear. The High Priestess is a spiritual guide card if ever there was one. The message must have been a warning.
If this force is connected to Gabriel, and if he's so very psychic, then why doesn't it just go to him? Why say it to me?
Maybe Gabriel's blocked. Maybe he's purposefully blocking. There is that
He has
duality business. Let's go on and see if it becomes clear. The fourth
He has a
card, remember,
blockage problem.
represents the current
Of course.
situation. It's
Death.
death.
Which of course means change.
Oh. Nothing to worry about then.
Now you just leave interpretation up to me, Sugar Pie. It's a transformation card, dying to one thing and being born to another. It is painful, but it isn't
Also, it's a
necessarily
Buddhist
bad.
card.
Two of Wands. Oh my.
Oh my.
What?
A 2 is not good here. Wands is Mars in Aries. That's a war card. In conjunction with the death card, there are
What?
2 possible transformations.
2 transformations?
Yes, dear. Gabriel is waging a spiritual battle. The transformation might be good.
Or might be bad.
Or
Story
evil.
about good, story about bad.
That must be the purpose of the High Priestess. She's trying to guide him.
So you think he really might be in danger?
Oh, yes, dear. Gabriel's very essence is at stake. If he takes the wrong path with his powers, Imola and I will stay in town. You must let me know if anything else happens that we can read for clues. Let the Force use you.
Let the force guide you.
I'd better go.
Anytime you need us, stop by.
And be careful now.
Thanks.
Thank you, that was very useful. Do we need to give them anything? No. No. Okay, let's talk to our main guy over here. I like this guy.
Herr Huber?
Yes.
Yes?
I was wondering if you've changed your mind about telling me where Gabriel is. It's
No,
really
he
important.
don't know. He hasn't.
No,
He hasn't. He hasn't.
sorry.
Sorry.
Thanks.
Bitte?
Better. Okay, never mind. Who do we? I think we have to go to this guy to talk about castles. Let's talk about castles. I want to talk. Want to know anything, everything about castles.
Guess they're closed.
Never mind. No castles here. I can go in the dungeon though, even though I don't think there's a point. No. The priest probably doesn't know anything about castles. There's no one here. Crypt. Ah, there she is. Okay, so that's when it happens. Okay, so that's when the whole.
Theodore's here. I wonder what she's up to.
Finally, we get the big reveal that she's not hot for Gabriel. She was hot for Ritter. She liked this man a little bit on the older side. Let's see.
Gerda was in love with Wolfgang.
Woof. Come on, let's go say sorry. Come on, Grace. Own up to
Boy,
it.
do I feel stupid or what? I really should apologize, but I don't want to interrupt her. Maybe there's something else I can do.
Grace Nakamura.
Yeah, thanks. I think we're supposed to go pick up flowers.
I don't want to disturb.
Not that I really remember how to access the... Oh, the garden. Okay, no, it was this way. So down. Come on, Grace, pick the flowers. There we go. No, just one. You ruin it, Gracie. I mean, Gertie is probably the gardener too. She's gonna be angry about this. You ruined my garden. There's a strange Phantasmagoria vibes inside that passage. There we go. Let's patch things up. Was waiting for the piano to start playing the music cue. Those coats are really Carmen Sandiego vibes. Gracie especially, but Gertie also has kind of a...
There. That's better, don't you think? I'm so sorry. I was an idiot.
Gabriel and I, we never...
I know. It's my fault.
I don't think you had to even say it,
It's
Gertie.
Gabriel's fault. He never tells me anything. I don't know why he didn't want me on this case.
So Gabriel should tell Grace that he wasn't
Maybe
having
just
sex.
don't even try to make excuses for him. Still, he's up to his neck in it, I think. Will you help me out with something?
Of course.
Natürlich.
I have to do some research on Ludwig. I want to go see some of his castles.
Take Gabriel's car. There's a map of southern Bavaria in the car. Ludwig's castles are all marked.
Thanks.
But
Good luck.
okay, we got the keys. Now it's time to start the real chapter 4, which is all about seeing stuff. will believe that she actually started at the car. Okay, so this is where we are. Let's go first to... No, this is where we are, sorry. Let's go to Neuschwanstein, I guess. All right. That's an atmospheric shot. Little bit fake, probably, but that's fine.
Our tour begins in the entry hall. Ludwig II lived from 1845 to 1886. He assumed the Bavarian throne at the age of 18 when his father died. Ludwig's
Turn up the volume, Grace. I can hear over the
he built three
dramatic
during his
piano.
lifetime. Linderhof, Herrenchiemsee, and Neuschwanstein. Plans for a fourth castle, Falkenstein, were underway when he died.
That sounds
In
like a
addition
good
to his
beer.
obsession with building, Ludwig also had a passion for classical heroic German mythology, a taste he shared with the German opera composer Richard Wagner. Neuschwanstein is decorated throughout with themes from these stories, most of which directly relate to Wagner's operas.
Okay, so the guy's leaving, so that tells me we have to do something.
These scenes seem to tell a story, but I have no idea what story.
The paintings in this room are from the Siegfried saga.
These scenes are from the Siegfried saga.
Good. That much we know.
These scenes seem to tell...
The paintings in this room are from the Siegfried saga.
These scenes are from the Siegfried saga.
I don't like it that we have the tape.
I wonder where that door leads.
The closed door leads to the tower, which is not part of the tour. The king was making his way to this very door when he was arrested in 1886.
I wonder why Ludwig was going to the tower the night he was arrested. I wonder...
Okay, so we're not going to the tower. Okay, never mind.
You are now standing in the king's bedroom. The theme of the bedroom is Tristan and Isolde, the tragic love story.
It must be Christmas or something. There's no one.
The opera was given its first performance in Munich in 1865, and a 20-year-old Ludwig attended. This is probably the most elaborate and expensive bedroom ever created. It took 14 wood carvers,
cheap
4.5
euros,
years
yes,
to
my
create
favorite.
this room. It was this kind of extravagance that bankrupted the king.
Okay, block,
In the years before his death,
report.
he found it increasingly difficult to find money from any source.
Okay, sorry about that. Uh-oh, there's another lady. Oh no. I want to sneak around.
I don't think the guards want to be bothered while on duty.
Scenes from the opera Tristan and Isolde. Scenes from the opera Tristan and Isolde.
Yeah, I've seen from the opera, Tristan.
Maybe Ludwig thought all this luxury would help him sleep.
I mean, he was a king, so...
Did they have running water in 1886?
The richly carved bed, with its canopy, resembles a Gothic building in its turrets. The bed's draperies were handmade by dozens of Bavarian seamstresses.
Maybe...
No. Here.
This is Ludwig's private chapel. The king was a devout Catholic, as were all of the Wittelsbacher rulers. They supported the Roman Church even when other European countries were dominated by Protestantism.
The Black Madonna of Altadine. I wonder what her story is all about.
We don't have a tape, so we'd never know. No Black Madonna here.
The stained glass window depicts St. Louis receiving the last sacraments.
It's a beautiful crucifix, ivory and gold. It's a beautiful.
I don't remember that we really have to do anything here, just exploring.
This is the king's living room. The walls are
So
decorated.
we're just being a tourist, I guess.
The king first saw Wagner's opera Lohengrin when he was 16, and it so affected him that he considered it a form of enlightenment. The tragedy of Lohengrin was his essential loneliness. This too was Ludwig's own fate. Ludwig withdrew more and more into his fantasy world of epic heroes and absolute monarchy. An ideal he was determined to create in his castles if he could
Was
not
a
have it
kind
in
of
his real
medieval
life.
18th century
He only wanted to be
Ikikomori.
alone with his dreams, so much so that even his servants were kept at a distance and were not allowed to look at him.
What were you afraid they'd see?
Oh, she's pretty big.
The miracle of the Grail.
These linens look seriously expensive and seriously old. These linens. More swans.
The swan motif is featured throughout the castle, but it is particularly prominent in this room. Both the swan and the lily were symbols Ludwig associated with himself. They
Forget
represented
the
his ideals
swan.
of majesty and purity. The painting behind the swan shows Lohengrin's arrival. This is a reproduction of the grotto from the Tannhäuser saga. In such places, Ludwig could pretend he was one of his beloved mythic heroes. As the
Oh,
grotto
there's
personified
ATM. Hello, hello.
castles were solitary
You just popped for the
playgrounds
tourist
built for Ludwig
for
alone.
the touristic tour.
He believed
Do you have your
the
ticket?
masses were too coarse to appreciate fine art, and he seldom entertained guests. In fact, Ludwig had a standing order that upon his death, the castles were to be destroyed. Fortunately, the estate was in such debt that the castles
Have you been to
were opened
Neuschwanstein in
for paying
person?
tours
No,
only
actually I
months
haven't.
after Ludwig's death. They haven't closed.
I was about to
It
fall.
is
I don't
one
know
of the
how,
great
but
ironies of Ludwig's
okay.
story
No, I haven't. Yeah,
castles that he was thought insane
I've been
for
to
building
Munich, but not to
are
Neuschwanstein.
considered
It would have been
Bavaria's
cool to go.
finest treasures.
I mean, I
They
can
have
still go.
paid
I
for their
guess.
construction
They
many
haven't
times over.
demolished the castles, right? You've been once? Okay. Did you see the ladies with the orange coat?
I can almost picture Ludwig in here. I wonder what he really dreamt about in this room. I don't think the guards want to be bothered while...
No orange jackets? Ah. That's half of the experience. No. Went the wrong direction. You've seen the rooms in the room? Okay. I mean, I don't know if they are this empty. I would guess that there would be a little bit more people. You know, in a couple rooms. I mean, yes. I would imagine the real castle to be a little bit
This is the king's
bigger.
study. Ludwig spent much time at his desk, writing letters, drawing up plans for his projects, and studying his favorite authors. He loved poetry, history, and the classics. In later years, he also studied the occult. What affairs of state he did reluctantly attend to, were generally attended to alone at his desk and writing. His reluctance to meet with his heads of state.
Basically, Ludwig II did not want to be king. He liked the money, he liked the overall idea, but he didn't really want to be
But
king.
Ludwig dreamt of true kingship and a true monarchy.
Yes,
And
he
the
liked the
small
idea.
powers left to him after Bavaria succeeded power to Prussia
What's the room?
only
Is it
incited
on
his
floor
disdain
4?
and frustration.
I There she is again.
I doubt there's anything left in there now. Besides, the guard would kill me if I touched it.
So we have to wait for the...
I wonder why he was studying the occult before he died. I wonder...
The study paintings depict scenes from the Tannhäuser Saga and the Wartburg Castle.
I mean, it all looks to be in really good conditions, so...
The study paintings depict scenes from the Tannhäuser Saga and the Wartburg Castle. The study paintings depict scenes. This is the final room of our tour, the Singers' Hall. It was modeled after the Singers' Hall of the Wartburg Castle, where minstrel competitions were held in the 13th century. The hall was built for small
I would be
private
very
concerts.
hard pressed to remember
Ludwig
one
himself
snippet
never
of
gave
music
one here.
from
It is
from
said
Return
that
to
during
Monkey
the last few
Island.
years of Wagner's life, he came to
I wasn't
Neuschwanstein
particularly impressed by that game.
and
Let's leave it
performed
at
for the
that.
king alone in this room. The
Seeing as
hall
though it's
is
on a far above the other
probably
rooms.
best
Okay,
known
yes,
in
it looks to be,
Valley.
different place. Even in this
The original
picture.
paintings were from the Parsifal
Wolf
side,
paintings, alright.
but in 1882, Ludwig had them replaced, supplying the description and titles
Turn
of
down the
new
music,
paintings
Grace.
himself.
Thanks.
While all the other rooms in the castle show scenes from Wagner's operas, the scenes in this room are not from any opera
wolf painting must
that
be nice,
anyone
yes.
can identify.
I imagine it ties in a little bit too well with the theme
associated with the life of the fairy tale king.
of the black wolf.
The hunters track down Engelhart and Hildegunde.
Wolf from Parsifal.
Engelhart courts Hildegunde. Engelhart and the blacksmith.
There must be a story behind these wolf paintings.
But what's the story?
What story?
Morning Glory. Ugh, that was an awful reference. I'm sorry. What? Okay. So there are 3 exits here. Let me try to go back. No, she's always okay. Never mind. Let's go left. Okay, yes.
Nice view of the Alps.
Ludwig's childhood castle, Hohenschwangau, is visible from the lookout in the
Tunnels is
Singers'
about known lives in fantastic underground. The guys being chosen to give it up and other months around. So obvious to make relevance to Return to Monkey Island. Obvious, huh? Whoa. I didn't mean to exit. No. I don't know if you're done. No, should be. I want to open this. So left. Okay, we cannot go here.
Hildegunde's imprisonment. The wedding feast of Hildegunde and the Baron.
I remember if you miss even one single thing here, it won't let you progress. So I'm trying to be
The death of Engelhart.
as thorough as possible, but I'm surely gonna miss something, of course, because that's what happens. I think even a word of fence and going, hey, wait, is there going to be anything going? Nah, absolutely not. It's not like they didn't do that before, right? Okay. Let's go to Herren Jimzi. Herren Chimpanzee.
I can't see the displays until I've gotten past the counter.
Okay. They are right on your left. Okay. Let's go to the counter.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Yes, yeah, she looks already angry. Yes, let's ask the stupid questions. I love the stupid questions.
Ist das die Ludwig Museum?
Ja, ja. Ludwig II. von Bayern.
I mean, why would you need subtitles? She's pretty clear. Ich
hätte gern eine Eintrittskarte fürs Museum.
Ja, 8 Mark für eine Ganztagskarte.
She has a weird accent. We don't show the German marks because we didn't have them. Those props are expensive. Can't find German marks in America.
Danke.
Bitte.
Bitte. You don't speak German? Really? Why? Why is that? Yeah. What is los? What is this?
July 3rd, 1863. Elizabeth, you can have no idea, dear cousin.
Alright, the museum chapter, gotta love it. I can just imagine a game today having a whole chapter dedicated to a museum and a castle.
Never will their memory fade.
I mean, learning
to visit you at Ishal.
While you're gaming? What?
Comes for this ardent hope to be fulfilled.
You cannot even
I
die?
shall be of all men upon earth the most blessed. The feelings of sincere love and
imagine like the Dark Souls museum experience,
which I cherished in my heart even as a boy, makes me imagine heaven upon earth and will be extinguished by death alone. I beg you with all my heart
it's
to forgive the
adultainment.
contents of this letter, but I could not help myself. Elizabeth frequently gave Ludwig advice on royal conduct, hoping to protect him from unfavorable public opinion. March 1st, 1865. My dearest Eagle, you have not written me in a few months. I've missed you. I often try to imagine what you are doing. I hear tales that you have been on retreat and have not been seen in Munich for some time. I suspect it is this new friend you wrote up so mysteriously that takes you away from home.
Yes,
I hope you are enjoying yourself, my beloved, but I beg you to caution. The people need to see you at the throne. I also hesitate to suggest that what your officials do in your absence may not always be in your own best interest. You have always been a true king, but you must let the people see you to ensure that they don't forget that.
He doesn't care about being a king.
Your dove. Ludwig's friends were concerned for his mental state long before his arrest. June 14th, 1878. My beloved Eagle, in your last letter you spoke so movingly of your torment that I was moved to tears. What is this torment? Why won't you confess to me what is truly troubling you? You must know that I would never despise you, no matter how horrible you believe your sins to be. Please do not write such barbs to my heart by even suggesting such things. If you do not wish to confess to me, at least tell me how I can aid you. I am always your true one, your dove.
I was about to make a comment about
in this letter, dated November
old letters and modern
Elizabeth
TikTok
of Austria
comments.
Thanks Bishop Frank for his assistance in helping her fulfill Ludwig's last wishes. She writes that she knows it was an unusual request, but she believes Ludwig had reasons of his own for wishing it to be done. She hopes that his spirit finds peace at last. No further reference to this letter has ever been found. One can only speculate what the last wishes of a cornered and embattled Ludwig might have been. What were his last wishes?
Gotta find myself a letter.
This place is giving me more questions than answers.
No, what?
They certainly make an incredible looking couple.
I wanted to zoom in on the picture. No. Nods to Dune. Interesting. I wouldn't take Jane Jensen to be a fan of Dune. But
Ludwig is Prince
stranger
Charming.
things have happened.
He played the part well.
Especially because this is not really what it looked like. Kinda what it looked like. Chris. Yes. I mean, yes. I don't remember the story of Gabriel Knight 3 that well, but yeah.
Richard Wagner. Ludwig's diary. Ludwig kept a diary from 1869 when he was 24
Also, Etienne,
years
did you
old
know that in
until his
Germany this
death.
game is sold, was sold, with a sticker on the box that said, completely shot in Germany.
Kept in the Royal Archives. A few entries are shown on the opposite wall. I've got to see that diary.
No green screen was used. Apparently, I guess in Germany that's a way of selling it. I guess, at least back then.
Looks like it weighs a ton. Ludwig's Grand Master wardrobe from the Knights of St. George. I wonder if these pins have any symbolic meaning. Signets and sash
I mean, surely yes. The people who took the pictures actually went to Germany. That's as far as we know. But none of the actors ever set foot in Germany for this. This year they're gonna sit down the street. Ah, yeah, you're right. True. They really love that street, huh?
I wonder. Ludwig and Wagner. Ludwig loved the opera of his contemporary Richard Wagner.
Yes, we know that.
He helped support Wagner's music through much of his life. Ludwig considered Wagner a close friend, often calling him the great friend. Wagner encouraged this infatuation, some believe, for personal gain. Typical artist.
They're all the same.
Even after Wagner's death, Ludwig still showed signs of obsession with the composer. This letter, written in 1882 by Ludwig to the conductor of the Munich Opera, instructs the conductor to make preparations for a new Wagner opera. The conductor went to see the king as instructed. When he arrived, Ludwig was ill and refused to see him. Nothing further was ever heard of this mysterious new opera.
I wonder if we'll ever get to hear it, or at least one small snippet.
Ludwig is offered a crown of laurels by the genius of immortal fame. 26 July 1874. By the power of the lily, we shall have the strength to resist all temptations throughout the whole year. 26 July 1875. Solemn oath before the picture of the great king. Refrain for 3 months from all excitement. This oath has its binding power as well as its potency by de par le Roy, LNR, DPLR. What excitement. I need to see more of that diary.
You definitely do. That's a small museum.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. The party of is based on Wolfram von Eschenbach's medieval pub. There's more? There's more paintings, you mean?
Ludwig.
There's more to the museum. Okay.
Im
Yes.
Museum? Ja. Wo kann ich Ludwigs Tagebuch hier anschauen?
Die Tagebücher sind ganz persönlich. Die sind in den königlichen Archiven. Niemand darf die lesen.
Niemand!
Oh nein, niemand darf die lesen.
Danke.
She got offended. That's great. Okay. So there's two sides of the room, right? So, okay, yes. The paintings from the Legend of Sigurd are based on the Norse Volsunga saga. Another buzzing on the real German Nibelung.
That's the slave from my dream.
Zorkan going full Italian. I like it.
Mrs. Smith will know what my dream meant. I have to ask someone. This thing is getting too weird. Ludwig embarking on his sleigh. The midnight sleigh rides. Ludwig went on long sleigh rides in the middle of the night, particularly in his later years. It is said that he suffered from insomnia, headaches, and toothaches, and the rides
I should do the same with the noisy neighbors. I should get on the sleigh and just ride into the night.
Speeding through the countryside of the Alps.
I'd like that. I need to find some dogs.
And became a superstitious omen of ill fortune. I can see why. But What was he doing out there at night?
Relaxing. What was he doing? Did you see the thing with Ludwig as another son, George? Yes, I saw it. Yes, yes. He had the thing.
December
the mantle.
14th, 1881, Linderhof. Order another work by Jennings on the occult. Write urgently to Klug, saying that I insist that the stoppages by the bank cease. I want it, and therefore it must be done.
I think
very
therefore it must be done.
You must succeed at once, and then must report to me urgently. If I give orders to clear my room, doing so must not be postponed as it happened. Pencils must be pointed without special orders. The day after tomorrow, 1,000 marks. How is Louis now? I want to know whether he looks unhappy. How often have I said that the coffee must not come up boiling hot, so that it can only be drunk after standing an hour? If any more correspondence come from Louis, they are to be burnt immediately, but I am to be informed of their arrival.
Louis from Interview with the Vampire.
These are actual notes from Ludwig to his servants. They go far in showing the king's state of mind. They were smuggled out and used as evidence in compiling the order for Ludwig's arrest.
I mean, it doesn't sound worse than, you know, like if you look at Kanye West posts on X.
December 18th, 1881, Linderhof. Every day get up.
With a bit of Louis is the name. Yeah. But why does he use the name? We will get an explanation.
Arrives at Neuschwanstein. We retire to the hall. We are not to be disturbed. I will not tolerate interference or insubordination. I have no idea what that says. Looks old, though.
It belongs in a museum. Ho-ho.
June 7th, 1886. A group of men arrive at Neuschwanstein
Castle, right,
Castle,
St. Louis, yes.
demanding to take the
That
king
was
in custody.
the St. Louis
With
thing
them
in the
is
castle.
Dr. Guden, the doctor who had been in charge of Otto, the king's mentally ill
Imagine,
brother. The men have an order
imagine
for
being
the
a
king's
werewolf
arrest on
and
the
being
grounds of
very
insanity.
unattractive.
They are refused
That could be
admittance by
that could be a problem.
farmers and local soldiers who
If you're
have
very
come to his
attractive,
aid.
that's fine. I
They
mean,
are
also a
forced to retreat
vampire.
to
You know.
nearby Hohenschwangau.
Like all vampires
This is the
are
first
supposed to
Ludwig hears of the
be
conspiracy.
Ludwig composes a pamphlet explaining
very
the
good
subversive
looking
acts
and
of the
attractive.
conspirators
Imagine
and
a
eloquently
vampire
pleading
just
with
looks
his people for
very
aid.
bad.
The
I mean, I
pamphlet
don't
is
know,
smuggled
Nosferatu,
out of
but,
Neuschwanstein and printed, but the pamphlets are
Well,
seized
that's probably
before
James
they
Six
can be
Ring,
distributed.
Because it's very George Villiers-Stini. Excuse Stephen after Saint Stephen. Okay.
June 7th, 8th.
No.
Ludwig
Shut up.
June 12th, 1886. Ludwig knows the conspirators will return. He despairs. He asks his servant for the keys to the tower. The servant, fearing the king intends suicide, says the key is lost. Unbeknownst to Ludwig, the conspirators arrive at the castle. This time, there is no one to stop them. Ludwig is lured from his bedroom to the entry hall of Neuschwanstein on pretense. There, he is taken into custody. Ludwig is taken by carriage from Neuschwanstein to Berg, where his brother Otto had long been imprisoned.
What happened to
This is a
Otto?
great
Why don't we know
blow to
anything
the
about
king's
Otto?
state of mind.
He is the
While
unlucky
on the
brother.
way, the group stops at Siegeshaupt to change horses. Ludwig asks to see the postmistress, Frau Vogel. She brings him a glass of water and he says something to her. She never reveals these last words to anyone.
June 13th, 1886. At Berg, Ludwig seems cooperative and coherent.
Was mentally,
Dr.
yes,
Guden
I guess
writes to the government that
runs
he
in
has
the family.
Ludwig well under control.
But we don't know
The
what
two men
happened
go
with
out for
Otto
a walk,
exactly.
and Dr. Guden is so confident he dismisses the guards.
When Ludwig and the doctor do not return after several hours, a search is undertaken. The bodies of the two men are found in the lake, drowned. Circumstances unknown.
June 18th, 1886.
Not from the
Ludwig's
the game
funeral
doesn't really say
procession
anything.
marches through the streets of Munich, followed by enormous crowds of mourners. The service is held at a packed St. Michael's church. Lightning strikes the church during the service, but no one is harmed.
Ludwig's body is entombed in the
Did that
Wittelsbach
happen?
crypt
I
at
guess.
St. Michael's. His heart is placed in an urn in the pilgrimage chapel at Altading in the Wittelsbach tradition. The urn is shown to the right. His heart is in an urn. How bizarre.
Not if you're Catholic. Okay, I guess now we saw everything. Maybe. Let's try this again.
Im Museum es einen Brief von Ludwig über eine neue Wagneroper.
Yes, I mean, but yeah, you know, in Catholic religion, there's the old tradition of relics. So you got hands, fingers, hearts,
Mehr von diese Wagneroper sehen.
other strange organs.
Ich weiß nichts über Wagner. Das hier ist kein Wagner-Museum.
Ja, ich weiß.
Ich weiß.
In Bayreuth befindet sich ein Wagner-Museum. Versuchen Sie es halt doch, ne?
Bayreuth. Danke.
Are we going to the Wagner Museum now? I don't remember the Wagner. So we're going to the Wagner Museum? Yes. Okay. I didn't remember that bit. Alright. Let's learn about Wagner. Yay!
Grüß Gott.
Guten Tag.
Grüß Gott.
Ist das die Wagner Museum?
Yeah, you're an American, aren't you? I'm afraid the house is closed this time of year. It will be open
You're an
next
American, aren't you?
Crap.
That phrase is always
are
vaguely
interested in
offensive. I don't know. It always sounds
Very
vaguely
interested.
offensive. I
Very
mean, no one ever
recently
says
very
you're an
interested.
Italian, aren't you? Never heard of it.
Sure.
But I heard you're an American, aren't you?
Most of
Like
the house is closed for
100 times.
cleaning, but
Wagner brought his own theater and Ludwig
a few
suspense.
rooms are open.
Typical artist.
I shouldn't let you probably, but if it is only you, you are alone, aren't you?
Endlessly.
Come in and look off.
That's very generous. What do I owe you?
Georg Immerding. There's only a few displays. Besides, I wouldn't be much of a shining knight if I charged you.
Thanks, Georg. My name is Grace.
Hello. Have a good time.
That's some Wagner Riz.
Wagner's piano. On this piano, the maestro composed his later operas, including...
The actual music over was supposed to sound Phantasmagoria too, but I scaled with conflict. I remember that, yeah. Too bad. It looks like it would have fit in.
Franz Liszt, composer and Cosima Wagner's father. Richard Wagner. The death of Wagner. On Ash Wednesday, 1883,
I think
Wagner suffered a heart attack.
as usual, I
in
also do that in
Venetian
museums
gondola
all the
on
time.
way
I
to
always
Saint-Michel.
go the wrong way.
His wife and the gondolier carried him into a church where he regained consciousness. Wagner died 4 days later on the sofa. Wagner died on that sofa. That's kind of creepy.
My God, but Vegas got out of modern. Wait, I want to see the comment. Bowling. What did you? Neckbeard. We will have no racism towards neckbeards on this channel, okay?
Wagner's death mask. Wagner's desk, exactly as it was on the day he died. It's a letter from a Monsieur Beaujolais, dated September 1881. Looks like he's discussing acoustics and sound waves, and crystals. Wasn't Wagner's Bayreuth Theater already built? Why would Wagner
this would be a
worry about
perfect Myst
acoustics?
puzzle, but luckily we're not in Myst yet.
It looks like an architectural drawing of a theater. The Wittelsbacher Theater, München. Every square inch is measured. It looks like the great patron himself.
There he is.
Ludwig as the classical Greek hero. Ludwig's death mask. July 1882. Great and beloved king, Monsieur Beaujolais and I have finished the diagram. We checked the figures many times and Monsieur is confident that it will work.
8 identical fixtures are to be made from the diagram and placed in the theater exactly as specified. I'm sending the diagram with your courier. Be full of hope and have courage. All will be well. Your own, Wagner.
I also want my very own
June
bag.
10th, 1881, Munich residence. Great friend, I am writing to you in the middle of the night. My blood is pounding too wildly for sleep. Tonight's performance, how can I describe it? I am unsure whether to be terrified or thrilled. Perhaps I even feel hopeful. If it is hope, you have given it to me, my friend, for the first time in years. We must speak.
Why are
Something
some
happened
words
during the music tonight,
subtitled,
but
but
I
they're
must
not
have your
subtitled in
absolute
German?
confidence. As you love me, come at once. Your devoted king, Ludwig.
A portrait given as a gift from Ludwig to Wagner. These look like production designs. I don't see anything that looks like those wolf paintings in Neuschwanstein, though. These look like production designs. I don't see any. This must be a model of Wagner's own theater, here in Bayreuth.
The first thing here reminds me of a portrait of the dark and I had the Messiah. It's walking to me, it's for killing before it's come. No, I know the subtitles. Yes, I know the subtitles are for fun. But I mean, bless him. It did a lot of work anyway. I mean, even the German is kind of correct, so that's more than I hoped for anyway.
This must be a
Or it's not 100% correct, but it's fine.
opera costumes.
I don't think anyone minds, except maybe the Germans. But they're gonna play it in German, I guess. They don't care. Was that it? Did we miss something? No. That's it.
Wagner souvenirs. Don't think I need any of those.
You don't? Are you sure?
What's that book in the case?
Cosima Wagner's journal.
Shaped like a ring. I wonder.
Cosima was Wagner's wife, I think. She probably just talks about him in her journal.
Okay, let's shut the guy up. Tell me about yourself.
What are you doing here if the museum is closed?
Why didn't you? Why weren't you in Phantasmagoria Puzzle Flush?
It's a good job for me. I can soak in the atmosphere of the maestro while I compose.
What are you composing?
This? Oh, a new arrangement. One of Wagner's pieces.
For the Bayreuth Opera?
No. I am only a student at the university. I study music, composition, conducting.
Is there much of a call for conductors in Europe?
Of course,
Ask
but only
my brother.
they're from Italy.
He is the conductor for the Munich Opera.
Well, that's convenient. Does that mean you get free opera tickets?
Yes. I get a week's pass to the Opernfestspiele, the opera festival in Munich. It starts in a few months.
Hope I'm still around to see it.
Come with me if you like. If you're still around, I can go backstage and all sorts of things.
I'd love that. If I'm still in Germany, I'll call you, all right?
Yeah, good.
All right, we got a date. Nice.
Tell me about Wagner.
He was a character. He spent most of his life trying to convince rich patrons to subsidize his work.
I mean, that's the artist's life.
Unfortunately,
Or
he had
the
expensive
freelance
tastes.
writer
You
life.
see, he believed that someone of his genius deserved to live well. Can't argue with that.
But Ludwig II supported him, didn't he?
Yeah, sure, but Ludwig came along very late in Wagner's life. By then, he had already been run out of Venice and most major cities because of debt. Ludwig saved him. And the music. Best thing Ludwig ever did.
Only good thing he ever did.
Do you know anything about that letter from Wagner to Ludwig in the display case? The one about the diagram?
No. Some sort of equipment for Ludwig's theater. But I don't know why Wagner would have cared about this. If he was worried about any theater, you would think it would have been his own theater, here, in Bayreuth.
Have you ever heard about the letter that Ludwig wrote to the Munich conductor in 1882 telling him to prepare for a new Wagner opera?
You're full of surprises. For an American.
For an American.
What do you know about it?
No one knows anything about it. It's like a treasure map, you know? It's probably a complete fairy tale, but it does make you wonder.
You have no idea what it could have referred to? Maybe something that Wagner was working on with Ludwig?
If there was, there's no trace of it. Except perhaps in the dreams of unemployed music students.
There are a lot of those.
Have you ever heard about the wolf panels in the Singers' Hall at Neuschwanstein?
No, is that something from the game?
Did my brother send you here?
No.
Probably not. It's only the letter to the conductor, the wolf panels. Oh, my brother thinks I am crazy because of all my theories.
What theories?
This is Quatsch. If there was a lost opera, a lost Wagner opera, and if one could find it, to a conductor, this would be like finding King Tut's tomb. But...
Or Lady Tut.
People have looked for it before. If it ever existed, it is gone forever. My brother says I waste my time even thinking about it.
I'm curious. Is there any other information that points to the lost opera besides Ludwig's letter and the wolf panels?
It's nothing. I'm not even supposed to have seen it.
Come on.
You see, my brother says that Wagner was too egotistical to have produced a lost opera. If he was working on something new, every person in Bayreuth would have heard about it. On the other hand, it was in Ludwig's character to have wanted a private opera.
But it wouldn't have been private. Ludwig's letter shows he intended it to be played in Munich.
Yes, but that it would get so far without Wagner telling others? Why keep it a secret?
Maybe there was a very good reason for secrecy.
For example?
It's like it was being used in a werewolf case.
Never mind.
Okay, is that it? We're supposed to show him something? Got a museum ticket?
I'm not sure Georg would...
Oh, we got the hint. We got the hint. Let me see the hint first. What does the hint say? All right. So okay, at least we're done with this. We still haven't done with this. So also we have stuff to do at Riddlesburg. Oh. Now this lady's always here. Why don't you leave?
I don't think the guards want to be bothered while on duty.
Leave, lady.
I don't need to mess with the guards. I came to tour the castle.
Now, of course you need to mess with the guards. That's why we're here.
I don't need to mess with the guard.
Okay, okay.
I doubt there's anything left in... I wonder what...
Hi, did you have a good time?
Very good.
Anything new?
Yes, you had a phone call.
Really?
A man named Professor Barclay. He said you had his number.
I do. Thanks.
Oh, they're best friends now. BFFs.
I'm not sure what other case books would.
Okay, let's hear the good news.
Hello?
Hi, Professor Barclay. It's Grace.
Oh, good. I have a name for you. It's Herr Josef Dahlmeier, and he specializes in Bavarian history, and I think he's somewhere near you are.
Herr Josef Dahlmeier. Great, got a number?
Yeah, I do. It's 4982-555-2234.
Thanks a lot. Sorry about the bother.
That's no bother. When are you coming back to school, Gracie?
When I figure it out, I'll let you know.
Well, be good.
That was a riveting conversation.
Hallo?
Hallo, sind Sie Herr Josef Dahlmeier?
Yeah, you must be Grace Nakamura, the American history student.
Yes.
Got it
I
right
hear you're
away.
interested in Ludwig II.
Very.
Good. There's something I want to show you. Drive to Berg on Starnberger See. Meet me at the Memorial Chapel.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, wait. Was there anything you wanted me to look into before we meet?
Well, I was hoping you knew something about someone called the Black Wolf. He was a contemporary of Ludwig's. He lived in Prussia, I think, and he was well connected.
Never heard of him, but I'll check. See you there.
Thanks. Bye.
All right, let's go, let's go.
At least I had.
Let's see what he wants to show us.
It's a memorial chapel.
Indeed it is. Wow, it's like she's really there.
This is where he died. You must be Grace. Herr Dahlmeier.
Hello.
Josef, I didn't mean to startle you. I wanted you to see it. I feel him here the most, you know, more than at the castle. So, what did you want to
He looks right out of a 80s German TV series.
Professor Barclay
I'm
says your
Volvold
hobby
Spy.
is Ludwig.
Yes. He was the last real king that Bavaria had. As a Bavarian and a history buff, well, that's enough to hook me right there.
But there's more, right?
It always is.
He was a romantic, you know, a dreamer. And he was misunderstood, maligned.
Sounds like you can relate.
Me? Hell, I have it easy. At least I live in the 1990s.
Even though my
And
hair
not
doesn't
every eye in
really
the country is on
show
me.
it.
But yes, I can relate.
You know about Ludwig's diary, right?
Of course.
How can I get my hands on it?
I'm sorry. I have been trying myself for 5 years. They keep it locked up tight in the Royal Archives and they don't let it out. They must think it
belongs to
contains
it,
things that
exactly.
will hurt his image.
They won't
Sure
let anyone
does.
see it, not ever?
Only one person outside of the
I
government.
mean, either
ever got to see
a German TV
it,
series
a
or a
biographer, Sir
German
Richmond Chapel.
new wave
He
band.
had friends among the German
Take
royals,
a
and they
pick,
let him look at it.
works.
Did you ever try to contact Chapel? Pick his brain?
No, I don't believe I never thought of that. If you do and you find out anything, you must share.
It's a promise.
No, she won't.
Tell me about Ludwig.
I don't know where to start.
I love
There's
him.
so much. Politically, the most significant thing about Ludwig II was that he signed over independent Bavarian statehood to Prussia in 1870. Bavaria became a part of United Germany, and Ludwig became a figurehead prince under the Prussian Kaiser.
Why do you think he did that?
Bavaria had been involved in the 100 Years' War. People were tired of fighting.
Way.
Prussia's push to unite the German states made some amount of sense. Still, Ludwig must have had other options. At the very least, he should have negotiated better terms.
So
He
what was the
not a
real
good
reason?
negotiator.
He was manipulated by Bismarck. At least that's what I think, anyway.
What about Ludwig personally?
You'll find two perspectives on Ludwig. The view the tourists get is the romantic ideal, Ludwig the tormented loner. Then there is the
Ludwig
historian's
the
point of view. Ludwig was
post-punk
plagued
artist.
with guilt over his sexual orientation and was driven mad with self-loathing.
But I take it you're not buying either point of view.
Well, it's all too convenient, isn't it? That he was a devout Catholic, there is no question, and I'm sure there were pressures on him to be normal. But he was no prude. He loved Byron. Yes.
Byron?
Philosophy, the French court.
Who doesn't love Byron?
If anything, Ludwig was too much an egomaniac.
I read a lot
He
of
didn't
Lord
give a damn
Byron
what
when I was a
anyone
kid.
thought. And besides, he didn't try to hide any of his relationships. If he suffered from anything in his romantic life, it was disillusionment. No one loved him back as purely as he himself loved.
Except...
Well, if it wasn't sexual guilt that tormented him, what was it?
I don't know. His diary was filled with self-guilt, but I'm sure it's not about that. If I knew, I'd write my own book, set the record straight, so to speak.
Have you read anything about Ludwig's midnight sleigh rides?
Would that have been something? To be out at night and suddenly see him sweep by with his entourage? They say the night agitated Ludwig, and that being outdoors and the rushing feeling of the sleigh
wonder
calmed
why.
him down. Sometimes even the sleigh wasn't enough. He would stop in some remote woods, order his servants to stay put, and go wandering off by himself for hours. It drove the servants crazy.
Tell me about Bismarck.
Bismarck. He was the Prussian Kaiser's chancellor. Not a nice man. Bismarck had a reputation for learning people's weaknesses and manipulating them. It's a matter of record that he had spies on Ludwig's staff. He may even have had a henchman even closer to the king. And he was involved in the conspiracy to declare Ludwig insane.
He had a lot of things to do.
Did you find out anything about the Black Wolf?
I did. I'd read about him before, but I hadn't realized that was who you were talking about. His name was Godin, Paul Godin. I found a reference to his being called the Black Wolf after you telephoned.
I've never heard of him. Who was he?
Godin lived on the fringes of the Prussian court. He was handsome, charming, dangerous, or so they say.
Sounds
He was
strange.
variously rumored to have been a foreign prince, a Prussian spy, even an assassin. Since you were interested in him, I found out some things that are probably true. It said he came from abroad in the mid-1800s, but claimed high German blood.
Do you know where he came from?
No. And he was ruthlessly ambitious. He probably found out who held the power, Bismarck, and offered his services. Bismarck was a good judge of talent, of that sort anyway.
That kind of talent.
What else do you know about Godin?
He must have done something remarkable. Bismarck was not a generous man. He liked to string people along with promises, but rarely came through. He did for Godin, though. He gave him a royal title and lands in 1863. And that was the last reference I found to him.
Well, how could he just disappear?
It's not that unusual. Back then, when you were given a title, you usually changed your name and moved to a place where no one knew your past.
I wonder
so
what
you
name
could act
changed.
with impunity. Or be a pompous ass and get away with it.
Is there any way to find out what Godin was called after he got his title?
Is it that critical?
It might be.
Well, you could send away for a copy of the entitlement deed, assuming it has been destroyed during one of the wars. Godin's new name would be on it. But you would need a research permit from the government to access those records, and they can be very hard to get. A lot of red tape.
The Germans love the red tape. Just looks so good.
What do you know about Ludwig's hunting accident?
A couple of years ago, I was introduced to this great old man, a real old world farmer. Well, his grandfather was Richard Horning, Ludwig's equestrian. Oh, he told some great Ludwig stories. Sometimes I get lucky. Anyway, he said that after the hunting accident, Ludwig got terribly ill, that he had a fever and was acting crazy. They were afraid that the wolf had been carrying a disease or that the bite had gone septic.
A wolf bit him?
Yeah, it's not so unusual. There were a lot of wolves in the Alps back then. The servants were really worried, but Ludwig recovered, physically anyway. Horning's grandfather said it was the fever that broke Ludwig's mind, that he was worse than ever after that.
What do you mean Ludwig got worse after the accident?
Ludwig always had been a very private person. But after the accident, he got darker, more crazy. Towards the end, he was even forcing his servants to enter his chambers bent over so they couldn't see his face. Horning's grandfather said his temper was fearsome. He would fly into a rage at the least mistake.
Must have been terrified of him.
Yes, well... Horning's grandfather felt sorry for Ludwig, and Ludwig hated his own violence. He was always giving gifts to his servants to apologize.
The servants here is German according from the color code the the band of the was all around Emperor Charles V. ATM, you're full of interesting trivia. I didn't know that.
You mentioned that there were other reasons why Ludwig's servants feared him.
Ah, that's another of Horning's mysteries. There's a story about Neuschwanstein. Apparently, there was a period of time of 2 or 3 months when Wagner would come and visit him.
Wagner?
There. Yeah. The two would lock themselves in the singers' hall. Horning's grandfather said the sounds that came from there were awful.
Awful.
The servants had superstitious minds anyway. Some of them quit over it, just walked away.
What kind of sounds?
Horning's grandfather called
industrial.
Them heartbreaking and ungodly. Maybe it was Wagner trying to sing.
Hehe.
Well, I guess that's all for now. Thanks for your help.
It's my pleasure. And if you ever want to talk again, just give me a call. I'll meet you down.
I will. Thanks.
Servus.
Well, bye.
Servus. Wow. I should use that.
This is where they found Ludwig's body. This is... I wonder what it felt like under there.
I'm gonna go with cold. I think we're done. Okay, yes. Speaking of which, let me say I haven't saved once. Watery Grave. Imagine if the game crashed and we had to and I had to redo the whole tour again. I mean, after Return to Zork, I can't even complain about that. Okay, let's see what's the... Oh, it's... Okay, let's go here. I think we have to talk with the mediums. I think she mentioned something about that. No. Never mind. We talk to the guy. I like this guy. I want to talk to him. Yes.
Herr Huber?
Yes?
Where are the Smiths?
Are the Smiths in their room?
Are they tour? Are they on tour?
Could you ask them to come down, please?
Ja, natürlich.
Did the Smiths reunite? Oh, there they are.
Now you just tell Merle what's going on.
I had a dream last night. I didn't remember it at first, but I saw something today at one of the museums.
What was the dream?
I was being chased in the woods by wolves. And I saw a sleigh.
Santa was inside.
Ludwig was inside.
Oh, okay.
He pulled me up, and I thought I was safe. But then he turned into a wolf.
So what do you think, Mother?
A dream of rescue is a spiritual guide dream. The High Priestess in Gabriel's cards must be linked to Ludwig somehow.
What do the wolves represent?
I'm a psychic, dear, not Freud. But the warning I got was about the black wolf, wasn't it? And the wolves in the dream.
What do the wolves represent? Danger.
It must be the same danger.
It's so frustrating. The more I find out, the more questions I have.
Why don't you try a little communicating of your own? Ludwig's the link. Appeal to him.
Appeal to Ludwig. Call
The
Ludwig.
answers may not come right away, but at least you'll give
Ludwig
the
on
guide
the hint
something
line.
specific to say the next time she contacts you.
Isn't there any way that you could, you know, do a psychic reading on Ludwig or something?
To tell you the truth, I've been trying all day to make contact, but I only feel great despair.
True despair.
Ludwig's soul is not at peace.
I'd better go.
Anytime you need us, stop by.
And be careful now.
Thanks.
Thanks for nothing. No one here. I think that's it. I think there's much else to do.
At least I...
Still haven't. Let's see if we can talk to the guy again.
I don't have anything to ask, Ao. I wonder if Ludwig really meant to throw himself from the tower the night he was arrested.
Is this something about the the hunter's room? This one.
There must be a story behind these wolf paintings, but what story?
Already wall has a tab. Is that a hint?
Hildegund. The wedding feast of Hildegunde and the Baron.
You already listen to everything.
The death of...
Think I did, but then again, it's 100% sure that I missed something.
Engelhard, Court. The hunters tracked down Hildegunde, the wed...
Okay.
This is the final route.
nice.
Art Lud in it. The paint.
Okay.
Scenes from.
Ludwig. Maybe.
This is
The black.
This is the king's living. The tragedy of Lord Ludwig.
What were you afraid?
The mirror.
These linens look sick. More swans.
The swan moat. The painting behind. This, as the. In fact, it is one of the great.
I can almost pick.
Huh? Oh, okay. So this room has 2 exits? Okay. Doesn't make a lot of sense if there's only one door. Never mind.
The study paintings depict. The study.
Okay, so we've seen this one. But I think that's it.
I wonder why he. I want.
You miss an angle, not listen to the flip tape in both angles. You mean this room or the one before? The grotto? Okay.
This is as the grot. In fact, it is.
But there's only one angle. I mean that's it's not. I mean it doesn't.
This is the.
What were you?
Yeah, it's like
This,
it's the same thing. Oh, okay. Okay.
Grace now.
Shut up. We have to go back to the to Gertie.
Gerda? Yes? Have you heard from Gabriel at all?
No, Grace, I'm sorry.
Never mind.
I miss him so much. I will never tell you.
Gerda, do you have any idea where I could get a government research permit? I don't have time for a lot of red tape.
But I love the red tape.
You should ask Herr Übergrau. He can maybe get such things very fast.
You think? I was gonna write Gabriel today anyway.
Okay.
I wish I could read these biographies of Ludwig. Wait a minute. Ludwig II, fairy tale king of Bavaria. I didn't see this before. Yep, English. Huh.
My favorite language.
Ludwig remained throughout his life both very bright and very naive.
No, they really
He was
want
an
to know,
introvert who
want
seemed
us
to
to
be
know everything
constantly
about
out of
Ludwig,
sync
huh?
with traditional views of rulership, money, and human relationships. The world ever failed to match his ideals. Perhaps this was a fault of his sheltered upbringing as future king. He never was introduced to the real world, and the real world failed to interest him as an adult.
In his youth, Ludwig was in fine physical condition and loved to hike alone in the Alps and ride horses. He had a hunting lodge, Schahen, specifically for this purpose. Unfortunately, in 1872, a rather traumatic hunting accident befell the king at Schahen, and his leg was cruelly damaged. He never fully recovered from this incident.
Yes,
and
also
his
the
hiking and
quality is a
riding
little bit
ceased.
different.
His physical health deteriorated from that time on and explains why he looked so unhealthy in later years.
A hunting accident? Other than his long-standing friendship with the Empress Elizabeth of Austria and with his mother, the relationships Ludwig attempted with others were nearly always a disappointment for him and a bewilderment for his partners.
Sounds
He would
familiar.
become obsessed with someone, a singer, an artist.
Oh, so
a
he
nobleman or a
did
peasant,
what we call
and would
today as
bombard them
love
with
bombing.
gifts, praise, and favors. When they would fail to return the depths of rapturous passion he required, the singular adoration and humble obedience he expected, he would grow disappointed and cut himself off from them. The objects of his interest were occasionally women, usually ones he fell in love with after seeing them in idealized roles on the stage, but they were more often young men who fit his fantasies of the heroic sagas like Lohengrin and Parsifal that he so loved. A good example of the king's obsessive behavior in relationships is the following letter from the Königlich Bayerische archives, which this author was privileged to access. It is dated 1864, and it was written by Ludwig's manservant, Paul, to a friend. The king has been in high mood these days. The reason, of course, is a new interest. Thursday last, the king attended a performance of Lohengrin in the Wittelsbacher Theater. He came back in a fever, demanding that a man be found. The man, it was gathered, had been sitting in a box across from Ludwig and had drawn the king's attention by his beauty and his deep emotional response to the performance. The king declared that here at last is a sensitive soul. The man was tracked down and brought in for an audience. Upon my word, never have I seen any mind so in line with His Majesty's own. They discussed Wagner and France and Byron and all manner of things until long past dawn. The young man, beautiful indeed to look upon, met the king's enthusiasm and knowledge bit for bit. His Majesty has been in the thick of it ever since, and while I welcome his good temper, I grow tired of fetching letters back and forth to Louis, so called by His Majesty. That should tell you who the young man looks like.
Okay.
At all hours of the
That's
night.
a reference.
1863. Wasn't that about the same time the Black Wolf got his entitlement? This author has not been able to learn much about Louis, but he was known to have been a seemingly high-bred foreigner, and he was involved with Ludwig as late as 1880, when he fell into disfavor. The king, especially later in life, felt a great deal of guilt about his sensual nature. His diaries are full of repentant entries begging God for forgiveness and swearing to remain pure. In many of the diary entries, he swears to abstain from sexual relations. The number of these oath entries indicate that Ludwig was not very successful in resisting temptation.
As it
Yet
happens.
it is also clear that Ludwig was a God-fearing man and that, though his flesh might occasionally fall, he never surrendered his heart and his conscience to sin.
Guess we're calling the publisher.
Hallo, Bertel München.
Hi, I have a book of yours on Ludwig II. The author's name is Sir Richmond Chapel.
Yes, how can I help you?
Well, I'm doing some research on Ludwig, and I was hoping you could get me in contact with the author.
I'm afraid Sir Richmond Chapel is deceased.
He's deceased.
However,
He's got a disease.
Oh, well, is there any way you can put me in touch with him?
And who are you doing this research for?
Well, I'm working with Professor Barkley from Yale University.
All right. Thomas Chapel's number in England is 41 20 555 771.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, let's call him.
Chapel residence?
Hi, my name is Grace Nakamura. I'm calling from Rittersburg, Germany. Is Thomas Chapel there, please?
Speaking. What may I do for you, Miss Nakamura?
This is gonna sound crazy, but I have a copy of your father's biography on Ludwig II. I understand he had access to Ludwig's diary.
Yes.
Well, oh God, I'm not even sure. He didn't make a copy of it or anything, did he? Or perhaps he took good notes?
He wrote down a complete translation in English. He said he couldn't make headway with the German version. Ludwig's handwriting was rather brogue, you know.
He wrote down an English translation. Do you still have it?
Well, unfortunately, my father was allowed to see the diary only on the grounds that he wouldn't publish the entire work. I can't let you see it. Have you tried contacting the National Archive?
No, I don't have the kinds of connections your father did, or the time.
That's unfortunate, but I really cannot let it out of my hands.
I understand. It was just a shot in the dark.
Very well. The best of luck to you.
Thank you, Mr. Chapel.
Okay, that was useless.
I should get a letter off to Gabriel. I need to include a note to Ubergrau about the research permit.
Okay, let's go mail the letter. Alright, ATM, yes, I'm gonna finish this chapter anyway and then stop. I mean, it's a miracle that there's still someone watching anyway. This chapter does not make for good streaming. Or maybe it takes a better streamer to have something interesting to say. No, don't give it a number.
Kan ik diesen brief versenden?
Jeff is enjoying it. I'm glad to hear it.
Ja, einmal bitte.
Dankeschön.
Bitte sehr. Brauchen Sie noch etwas?
Yeah, but good for you, game is a book.
Danke.
Often mine too. I mean, I like good writing. Generally, of course. I mean, that's someone who writes for a living, sort of. But then again, I do get kind of... What's this? Oh, that's Lele. I don't get along that well with games that have like very long wall of texts, even if it's very good, very well written text.
Gibt's das denn die Lilienblumen schon?
Sehr schön.
Ja, aber es ist doch noch so kalt.
Yeah, it's cold.
Für Sie ein Geschenk von der Madonna.
Oh no.
Nehmen Sie sie ruhig. Heute Nacht wird es kalt und sie wird sowieso erfrieren.
Get the gift from the Madonna. Wow, the German accents are really
Thank you.
hard to understand. almost done with this chapter, I think. Kinda. The lily to commemorate the dead.
I'm trying to figure out what you want me to do, but I need more information to work with. If you can send any my way, I'd appreciate it.
Now you're playing with power. German power. Ciao stronzone. So now something else should go back to the castle. I think we're done here. I hope. Yes, okay.
Hi. You just had a phone call.
Again?
It was Frau Gelder at the post office. She said a fax came in for you there.
Really? I wonder what it was.
Maybe it's from Gabriel.
Or what it is.
Don't hold your breath.
Gabriel does not know how to use a fax anyway, so it's not him. Let's go check out the fax. A fax at the post office, imagine that. That's even hard to imagine.
Hallo, Frau Gelder. Haben Sie etwas für mich?
Ja, ein Fax. Ein sehr langes Fax.
I like fax.
Das ist aber nicht vom Schattenjäger.
Ist okay. Dankeschön.
It's okay.
Thomas Chapel. Oh.
Seems the weather change of heart. Please keep these on the 6th of confidence.
11th June 1872.
Oh, right. Now we have to
Louis
read this one too.
has convinced me to think matters through more thoroughly before I act. A trip it shall be then, to Shahin. It shall not alter my purpose, I feel, nor shall his compelling. The treaty is the ruin of my beloved Bavaria, and must be taken to task. 3rd July 1872. The pain gets so bad, I cannot hold a pen to write, but the horror is far worse than the pain. He says it was an accident, says that we can truly be one now, that it is a great adventure.
That's what they
I
always
believe in
say.
1 minute, and the next I can feel the flames of hell upon my heels. May God have mercy on my soul. 5th January 1874. By the power of Mary, Mother of God, I swear to refrain from the ultimate sin and to remain steadfast in my flesh. Sworn by the power of the lily, Eleanor. 30th August 1879. I will not falter, but will remain true. No matter the torment or longing, I will not yield. I will control the process. God grant me strength and will. By the grace and power of the monarchy and its allegiance.
When was the last time I played this game?
Roy, Eleanor.
20 years ago? Even more probably? Ciao, Alex.
10th September 1880. It is all finished. Elizabeth
How
warned
old was
me, and
I?
I discovered the truth at last.
20? 19 years old, 20 years old, more or less, 21, tops. Why?
Ever breathed. My Judas, my devil.
My
if
Judas,
I could tear my heart
my Judas
out and
priest.
fling it after him in the dirt, I would. 12th December 1880. He continues to come, the devil. I will never look upon his hideous face again. He is afraid I will tell, and I might. To destroy him, I might. When I think of the accident, now that things are clear, I wonder, was it truly an accident, or was it the plot to kill me? If so, why did he not complete it then, instead of putting me in this torment? Could he have hated me so? I wish to
this is
God
chapter
he had simply
4.
ended it there.
Where we discover the connection between Ludwig II and the werewolf.
10th June 1881.
Terror, rapture, horror.
Rapture. During W's music tonight, I felt a pulling. The horror nearly came upon me right there. Then the music turned, and it was gone.
Yep.
What can it mean?
The
I must
lost
confide
Wagner's
in a great
opera.
friend. Perhaps he will know what has happened. 2nd August 1882. The experiments go better and better. W has proved as loyal and determined as ever I believed he would be in a matter of my salvation. He says he has the formula now. It remains only to put the finishing touches on the completed opera and to draw up the diagram for the crystals. Can it truly end? I scarce dare to hope. April 1883. The great friend is dead. How unjust that he should be taken from me now. Where is my chance at salvation? Why has God condemned me twice? 10th October 1885.
I mean,
There
there would
must
be an
made
obvious
clear
connection
funds for the
between
crystals. Lies.
this
Everyone
and
lies. My own
AIDS in the
servants.
80s,
What
but
must
I don't know if Jane
Must I
Jensen
sell one
really
of my
wanted to
beloved
go this
castles?
way. I don't know.
The crystals must be made. I grow daily less able to control my own will. How long will I be able to resist the ultimate sin? And the music is worthless without the device. Time is running out. The crystals must be made.
Okay, so I guess now we have to give it to our friend, our newfound friend. Why is this still blinking? What did I forget to do there? I think I'm missing an exhibit. Fuck. What exhibit am I missing? Jesus Christ. I think I saw everything. I did see everything. Come on, please.
The richly carved.
Maybe Ludwig sure had a thing for swan.
Saw this too. Saw this.
It's a beautiful. A king saint?
Oh, didn't see
wonder if
this.
Ludwig pictured himself that way, or maybe he just wanted to be that way.
The paintings above the altar depict St. Louis surrounded by the seraphim. An interesting side note. For a period of about a year, the Louis images in all three castles were ordered to be covered up with black cloth on the unfathomable whim of the king.
A king saint?
What did I do to the window? Okay, let's move swiftly on.
The Black Madonna.
Is that what I was missing? I think that's what I was missing. Is that what I was missing? It didn't even give me a point, but... Yes! Oh, good. Okay.
I do have something to discuss with Georg, but he'll never believe me unless I show him.
Let's show him.
Have you heard of Ludwig's diary?
Yes, but
We
no
asked
one
him.
is allowed to see it.
It just so happens that I have a copy of an English translation right here. There's something I wanted to show you. Read this one.
August, 1880. The experiments go better and better. Faye has proved as loyal and determined as ever. It remains only to put the finishing touches on the completed opera and to make up the diagram for the crystal. My God! Wait, I want to show you something. I am not supposed to have looked at this myself, but I am here alone all day, so...
I get bored. It's in German, though.
July 1881. Richard returned from his meeting with the king. Never have I seen
Now
him
she can
so
read
pale.
German? I don't think she can read
I
German.
was concerned for his heart. He would not speak with me, but immediately shut himself up in his study and started working on a new project. He will not tell me the first thing about it. He will only say that it was time he repaid his king. It confirms Ludwig's diary. He wasn't crazy.
Yes, but Ludwig says that the opera was completed. Imagine that, completed. There's something else.
August 1882. We had a messenger tonight from the king. He brought a letter which Richard burnt. I did manage to see a bit of it. It said something about a great night in Munich and that it would be Richard's supreme triumph and someone else's destruction. Ludwig then wrote that even though he himself would probably die, his immortal soul would be freed thanks to Richard. I worry for poor Ludwig and for us. Where will we be if his madness continues? Surely someone will put an end to it. Wow.
There's one more.
May 1883. I sent Richard's sealed package to the king, as he instructed moments before he closed his eyes forever. I could not even bring myself to care what was in it. What could it matter now? Whatever it is, I hope it brings the king good memories of Richard. He did so much for my beloved. The package.
Where is it? Alright, chapter 5. Let's see the opening.
She sounds delightful. I'd love to meet her.
Oh, she's a hoot, all right. Just pretend you don't have a penis around and you'll be fine. Got this inborn need to rip them off.
What?
Now I'm really intrigued.
This one time, I'd gone off to this, party.
They
in my
really
sleep.
they really look drunk.
It was getting a bit hairy. Well, Gracie. Oh,
That time.
Very manly bantering, yes.
Come here, China.
Alright, we got the bossy dudes. Am I interrupting something? Don't worry.
Does not speak English,
Get all
but
night.
then
You can have a piece of it.
She has her own methods of communication.
I should leave you two kids alone.
Oh, don't be silly.
Oh, is Gabriel getting lucky tonight? That was a very long and detailed instructions that he gave her. This music is great.
Friedrich, I can't just take your date. Why not? I didn't expect her tonight. And for some reason I don't find myself in that mood.
The stripteasing part.
Besides,
L'affaire Morlov.
from what you've told me, you live like a monk down south at that castle.
Very true. I mean, Gabriel Knight lives alone with a woman and does not have sex with her. Imagine that.
Tagga in sein Schlafzimmer.
Bring him to the bedroom. This music is... I can't even say that sounds like a cheap porno. Like, it doesn't even sound like that. Gabriel, are you taking that plastic thing off or are you keeping it? No, he's keeping it. Okay, you ready for round 2? It looks like an angel. Time for some coffee. BMD missing text. I have some business. All right, we're back to with Munich. I'll play another 5 minutes and then we'll finish it next week, maybe. No. Oh, there's no music today.
They're busy.
The men will be meeting here later today for the trip. I'm sure they won't wait for you, so you might want to be on time.
I'll be here. Sweet of you to worry, though.
It's always so pleasant.
I'm not in the mood to communicate with the dead today.
Ho ho. So we use the tape to spy on... I don't remember the names. It's probably out of battery, but... Time? Is it time to finally do it?
I don't think she speaks much English.
To finally buy a sausage?
Can I have some of that, Weisswurst?
6 Mark, bitte. Dankeschön.
Bitte.
Ah, guten Morgen, Gabriel. Another envelope came from Rittersberg. A request for me and a letter for you.
It's my old lady. She always worries.
Have any luck with that missing person search?
Oh, of course, I forgot. Frau Hogel dropped off something this morning. Yes, there are 2 forest areas where missing persons incidents are concerned. The Nationalpark Bayerischer Wald and the Naturpark Schwäbisch-Fränkischer Wald. Frau Hogel checked both these areas back 10 years. Between 1960 and 1969, there were only 1 to 2 cases a year in the Bavarian National Forest area. Between 1970 and 1990, there were 10 to 12 cases each year. Oh. In 1991, it went up to 17, then went back down to 12 in 92 and 93. The Schwäbisch-Fränkischer Wald figures are similar.
Curious.
Does something ring a bell?
If it does, I should be able to hear it loud and clear. I'm leaving this afternoon for the Bavarian National Forest.
Okay, let's translate the tape and then...
I'm not sure why I'd want to show him that.
What? Ah, this tape.
Can I bother you for another favor? I need something translated, and I need somebody I can trust to do it.
And you're asking me? You obviously don't know German lawyers.
I know American lawyers.
Harry, you're such a kidder. Okay. Here it is.
You're such a kid. You always wear a kidder, you big girl.
We should talk?
Nein.
No?
Es ist meine Karriere, verdammt noch einmal. Vielleicht sogar mehr, wenn die...
His career is in danger even if the police...
Ich habe Ihnen doch gesagt, nicht darüber zu sprechen.
I told you not to speak of it.
Aber ich denke mir, dass die Polizei bereits weiß, dass unsere Wölfe nichts damit zu tun haben. Die können einen festmachen an den Körpern.
The police must know that our wolves are not responsible. There are tests they can perform on the bodies.
Gut. Ihre geflüchteten Wölfe sind keine Killer. Was soll's? Halten Sie nur Ihren Mund. Sie sind damit besser dran.
So, your escaped wolves are not the killers. What's the problem?
Aber Herr Knight, er kam gestern Morgen zu meinem Büro. Er hat viele Fragen gestellt.
He says you've been asking a lot of questions.
Worüber?
About what?
Über die Wölfe.
About the wolves. Who are these men?
Just friends.
My hunting mates.
I think there's more.
Was ist los, von Eigner? Ich muss mit jemand anderem reden.
He doesn't want to talk, says he has someone else to speak to.
Ich habe mir gedacht, wissen Sie etwas über Großbergs Tod?
Do you know anything about Großberg's death?
Wieso sollte ich?
Why the hell should I?
Nun, ganz einfach. Ich gab Ihnen seinen Namen.
I gave you his name.
Und?
And?
Herr Knight fragt mich, ob ich Großberg kenne.
He says you asked him if he knew Großberg.
Was?
I think I know what happens next.
You know, it would be a great tragedy if the Ritterline were to die out. A great tragedy. I'm not just talking about for the sake of our firm, but...
I know what I'm doing, Harry.
Kind of. We've been in worse trouble, Harry. Okay. That's fine. That's it. Okay. That's good enough for now. So the next time we'll go hunting with Königlich Club. Okay, I saved, right? Yes. Okay, perfect. All right. Okay. Yes, that's some more Gabriel Knight. So chapter 5, we're not that far from. Whoa, what was chapter 7? 6 chapters, with 1 and 2 parts. Okay. Yeah. So we'll do this again next Wednesday, and yeah, on Sunday I'll be playing some terrifying arcade games. Of course, I'll be playing both Hardhead and Hardhead 2, which are very scary, and they might get me banned. But then again, where's the fun otherwise if I don't try and get myself banned? So Sunday 5:30, we'll take a look at some awful arcade games from the 80s and 90s, and next week we'll try and finish The Beast Within. Okay. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Zorkan, my 1 subscriber. Yes, we did the thing. Thanks to Jeff. Thanks to ATM for the usual trivias. And yeah, I'll see you Sunday if you want, or next Wednesday for more Beast and more Within. Ciao.